Today's news story is going to explore the life and career of one of the world's greatest musicians, the late great Bob Marley. The legendary singer was known for being one of the pioneers of reggae music, a genre that exploded and reached new heights thanks to his unique artistry. Marley redefined reggae and popularized the genre, making it more mainstream. Reggae wasn't just limited to Jamaica or the Caribbean, the whole world could enjoy it. Over the decades, his story has been explored to varying degrees, in documentaries, books, articles, but never in film, or more specifically a biopic. Now more than 40 years after his passing, Hollywood is finally ready to tell his story on the big screen. In 2018, it was announced that a Bob Marley biopic was being developed by Paramount Pictures. The film is appropriately titled Bob Marley One Love. The project marked the first time that a biopic will be made about the singer, whose estate has never felt the need to have anyone reenact his life in any capacity. Speaking about the singer's estate, Ziggy Marley, one of the singer's sons from wife Rita Marley, will be producing/supervising the project from the ground up. There is also Orly Marley, Ziggy's wife and manager, who will serve as an executive producer on the film. Additionally, Rita Marley, the singer's widow, and Cedella Marley, his oldest daughter, have a hand in producing the film. Their involvement on the film will surely rest some concerns fans have about the project. 2 years after announcing the project, it was revealed that King Richard director Ronaldo Marcus Green was hired to direct the film. Even with Marley's family behind the film and an exceptional filmmaker at the helm, the entire project hinges on having the right actor to play the iconic singer. In 2022, it was announced that British actor Kingsley Ben-Adir was cast as Bob Marley. The actor was cast in the role after a global search that took almost a year to find someone who could embody the singer. Judging from the trailers they've released, it seems like they struck gold with casting the actor. Ben-Adir gives a magnetic performance as Marley. It's convincing enough to evoke the same presence as the music legend. There's a lot to discuss in regards to the actor's casting, his acting background, and his performance as the singer, but we'll delve into that later in the video. Anyways, the British actor isn't the only standout in the trailers. His co-star and fellow Brit, Lashana Lynch, is equally impressive as his on-screen wife. She does justice to Rita Marley with a take on the Marley matriarch. Both actors represent the caliber of acting we can expect from the film, which will feature an ensemble of British and American talent. Naturally, there will also be talent tapped from Jamaica, Marley's birthplace. On a whole, this film looks to be one of the most authentic biopics based on any singer's life. There is so much to unpack from the trailers, which gives us a number of key moments that define Marley's life. I'm sure the film will do its best to give us enough of the singer's history over the years, as well as specific moments that propelled Marley into an icon long before his passing. But even with the best of intentions, will it end up falling short of honoring the singer's legacy? Given the singer's history, it would be impossible to fit his whole life into a single film, especially with a biopic. The filmmakers will definitely take some liberties in telling the singer's story to fit their vision for the film. That's why I've decided to make this video to give a full account of Marley's life. So if you're curious to know more about the legendary singer ahead of the film, stay tuned and let's get into it. Robert Nesta Marley was born on February 6, 1945. In 9 Mile, St. Anne, Jamaica. He was born to Norval Marley, an ex-naval officer turned plantation overseer, and Cedelia Boca, a singer and writer. Marley was mixed-raced. His father was a Caucasian man from Crowborough, East Sussex, while his mother was an Afro-Jamaican woman. At 18 years old, his mother married to Marley's father, who was 41 years his senior at 59 years old. According to Marley's mother, his birth name, given to him by his father, was Nesta Robert Marley, until a Jamaican passport official suggested they change the order of his name. He felt that Nesta was a girl's name, so he swapped his forename and middle names, renaming him Robert Nesta Marley. In 1955, when Marley was only 10 years old, his father died of a heart attack at age 70. Following his father's death, his mother would later get remarried to Edward Booker, a civil servant from the United States. The couple had 2 children, Richard and Anthony Booker, giving Marley 2 half-brothers. At 12 years old, Marley and his mother moved from their home in 9 Mile and relocated to Trenchtown. Little did he know that his life would significantly change following the move to the neighborhood, located in the parish of St. Andrew. Trenchtown, which is on the outskirts of Kingston, Jamaica's capital city, was known for being a shantytown filled with poverty and crime, amongst other things. Marley's childhood was difficult in due part to his environment, but also because of his biracial heritage. He grew up in a country that was still under colonial rule, meaning that there was a deep sense of distrust amongst the black community when it came to how they viewed white people. Marley would often be the target of bullies in his neighborhood who would refer to him as white boy. That wouldn't stick for long since Marley wasn't one to be a pushover. He would stand his ground and face his bullies time and time again. Marley would soon come to be known as Tough Gang, a nickname that he gained because of his resilience, bravery, and skills as a street fighter. The nickname would become a brand name associated with a number of businesses, started by the singer and the Marley family. It includes Marley's record label and recording studio, which was founded in 1970. The nickname is also a nod to Leonard Percival Howell, aka The Gang, the founder of the Rastafari movement. Marley, who was a Christian, would later join the movement as an adult. Marley would drop out of school at the age of 14. During that time, he began singing cover versions of popular songs, and then tried his hand at creating his own instruments from makeshift materials. Despite the struggles of living in a community like Trenchtown, Marley sought to thrive in a place that many children his age would easily be influenced by the negativity of the environment. Prior to moving to the neighborhood, Marley befriended Neville O'Reilly Livingston, who would later grow up to become Bunny Wailer, another legendary singer in his own right. The two had become close friends while Marley was still living in Nine Elms. The childhood friends would inspire each other and create a lifelong bond. In fact, they became more than friends. They were brothers. While living in Trenchtown, Marley's mother had a relationship with Thaddeus Livingston, Wailer's father. Both were single parents with one child from a previous relationship. Marley would become an older brother when his mother conceived a child with Livingston, a daughter who the couple named Claudette Pearl. Now under the same roof, Marley and Wailer became even more immersed in exploring their love for music. That led the two music novices to seeking out someone who can teach them more about making music. Marley would meet with Joe Higgs, a young musician who made his own music and tutored younger singers at his home. He was part of the duo known as Higgs and Wilson, a band consisting of the singer and his partner, Roy Wilson. It was during one of his music lessons that Marley, along with Wailer, met with Winston Hubert McIntosh. He would later change his name to Peter Tosh and join the two boys forming a trio. Just like his peers, he was well regarded as a legendary singer for his contribution to reggae music. As children, Tosh had the most experience playing instruments. Marley would learn from both Higgs and Tosh. The former taught him how to vocalize, while the latter taught him how to play guitar. With Marley's growing skill as a singer/musician, it wasn't long before he started his own band with Wailer and Tosh. The trio/vocal group would be known by a number of names, from the Teenagers, the Wailing Rude Boys, the Wailing Wailers, and finally just the Wailers. In later years, the band's name would be rebranded to Bob Marley and the Wailers, to reflect the titular singer's prominence/popularity. It wasn't long before the Wailers expanded beyond the original trio, adding vocalist Junior Braithwaite and backup singers Beverly Keslow and Cherry Smith. Over the years, the band would change with the addition of new members, some of whom would stay for the long haul, and others who would depart after a period of time in the group. Altogether, the Wailers had 39 members, including Marley, who was the only founding member that remained at the forefront of the group.